You're already very familiar with my tool cubby design. It's been in my videos for years here on YouTube. It was a big part of art, and of course it's a massive part of Smart. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite features. I'm Ron Paulk, and this is the Smart Woodshop. If you want to get a set of plans to build a Smart Woodshop like this for yourself or one of my workbenches, there is a link in the description of this video down below where you can go purchase plans, download them instantaneously, 24/7, 365. The entire Smart Woodshop is an evolution. It started way back almost 3 decades ago with me wanting to organize a van, and then eventually a box truck, and then a trailer and more trailers. All of the parts and pieces come together to create a flexible, functional design that allows me to move all of my tools from job to job without having them in boxes or stored hard to get to. I want all of my tools visible to me, and also that I can just grab a tool and take it. I am really an anti-toolbox person. I use a couple of them here and there, but they take up a lot of space and they waste my time because I go from just being able to grab it and use it to being able to have to open a box and get it out. Well, these cubbies have allowed me to eliminate a lot of boxes, and I can get so many tools in these that if I were doing boxes, I would have to have many times the space. One of the things though that I wanted to do was to make them flexible so that as my tools change, or as I want to change where the tool is stored for efficiency, I want to be able to make adjustments without tearing everything apart. So this design is just that. It is a cabinet with dados in it at a certain spacing with 1/4-inch dividers that do a little bit of holding it up because everything is stacked, but also divide the tool space. And with these dados, I'm able to shift these 1/4-inch panels whichever direction I need to either make a narrower space or a wider space. So lately, as you know, if you've been following along, I've been adding a lot of tools. I've added another miter saw, another table saw, and I added a second 3-horsepower router. So I had my Milwaukee, the one that's mounted in the woodpecker lift, I had it in its bay and plenty of room for it. But I got the second one and I want to put it in the same bay, but you can see that it sticks out. Now I'd like to be able to turn it sideways because then they would fit inside and behind this all-important lip. This lip here does two things. One, it is my restraint for the tools so that none of my tools will fall out when going down the road. They'd have to jump over this lip, which would take a lot of bouncing, and I've never had it happen even once. So it does that. It's a restraint so that I don't have to have doors or bungees or anything like that. It's a passive restraint. But it also keeps these dividers in. And so I wanted to make this removable. So I have screws. Now this is not something I do very often. I haven't changed this since I actually built out Smart. So this will be the first time. But I want to make a little bit of adjustment, move some tools around, and just make it work a little bit better for me. So now I can look around and see that, what can I do? I've got every bay filled. I've got a little room down here. I've got a little room here. I've got an empty bay though that isn't filled. There's a real narrow bay. So I'm going to use up that space. So I'm going to take this divider out, and I have a couple of routers in here. I have lots of routers. I'm very much a router centric shop. So I'm going to move this over. Make sure I got plenty of space for that one. Okay, and then the next bay, I tend to group all of my tools. So this is routers, this is routers, this is routers. So I've got my cordless routers here. And I need to just make, I think one bay will be enough. I'll double check that. Yeah, that gives me enough room to turn it sideways plus a little space. And then make sure these still fit well. So I even have because I eliminated a double width bay, I've actually increased the space of that one as well, which is good because I'm planning on getting another cordless router, which will fit in there as well. So now I'll put this in sideways, load this one in sideways, and they will fit behind that strip. So I've got an extra divider that I won't need, but because it fits this, I may adjust in the future. So I'll probably put this in the bottom of a drawer and store it. In all of my designs, I seek out efficiency, ease of use, and simplicity. The fact that I've got an 18 millimeter by 18 millimeter strip of wood that has 6 screws in it that works as a restraint to keep my tools from falling out and helps me with the organization of these dividers. And it doesn't need to be any bigger. It wouldn't help if it were any taller. It does its job right here at 18 millimeters by 18 millimeters. If you have an interest in elegant design, simplicity, and efficiency, then make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And remember to ring that bell so YouTube will let you know when I put up a new video. Thanks for dropping into the Smart Wood Shop. You stay safe and have a great day.